with the tough one. Holly, obviously the news that nobody wanted to hear. How is she? How's everyone at the club after just obviously such awful news?
Look, we're all naturally very, very disappointed, and we're upset for her. But I think we put aside the footballer and we talk about Holly as a person, and she's a wonderful, wonderful person. Just a kid that loves football, that just loves to be on the pitch, and yeah, we're all. I'm especially heartbroken. I know everyone else is that she just can't do now what she loves, and we lose a bit of joy on weekends watching her play. So she was phenomenal, but she helped us when we needed her, and now she needs us to help her. So I've said to the group, and I know that they're all very supportive of her. So we'll be there every step of the way, and I'm sure everyone's really excited already to see her back out there.
What does that help look like, Dario, in times like this? Obviously, the club will give the footballing stuff the S&C support. What does your support look like?
Uh, Again, just whatever she requires, so still keeping her involved, so keeping her developing. She's still very, very young, so she's still got a long way ahead of her in terms of playing, so she can still keep learning, still be around us. And I think the girls every single night they've gone over to hers, they've spent time with her, they've got her out the house a little bit. So I think everyone's playing their part. So I think whenever she needs us, if she ever reaches out or anything, we'll all be there to help. But she was in pretty good spirits after, and it just speaks of her character that she comes into training, she's got a smile, she's laughing, and in a moment that's obviously going to be very difficult for her to lose the thing that she loves the most, and what she can't do now for an extended period. So that's sort of the energy that she has and what she brought. Sorry, so and we're all going to miss that, and not having her on the pitch.
Has she gone in for surgery already, Dario? I take it'll be a traditional sort of knee reco.
Yeah, she went in yesterday, so she's had the surgery. She got, I believe, released today, so she's back home now, and and then she's on her road to recovery now.
That's good to hear. Just the wider context, Dario. It's I think it's something like 5 or 6 ACLs across the league early days. It feels like it's the worst it's been for a while. I'm sure you've spoken with other coaches and ex-players and the like. How stressful is it, and worrying is it that we're seeing this trend? I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but some really good young players. You had Chelsea there last year as well, who's gone down again.
Yep.
So it's a tough time.
Look, fantastic question. I think we need to, as a collective, as a league, and the experts and people that understand it probably better than myself, everyone needs to now, really examine it. Is it whether the pre-seasons are too short, that they're not able to get, into a correct physical standpoint for the season, which is tough. You have to have long distance travels, and you're playing in hotter conditions. So is that maybe a factor? But it's hard to probably pinpoint, but it's something that needs to be addressed. We can't be losing this many players, and they're all young. They all love football. They all want to be on the pitch, and we can't afford to have this many girls going down with long-term injuries. It just doesn't help them, doesn't help anyone. So
Dario, obviously in times like this, it's such a difficult thing for you as a coach, because you want to be providing support to Holly, but at the same time you've got games coming up, and you sort of, just the nature of the job, you have to start planning for life without her the rest of the season. What are your preliminary thoughts on, because you can't replace Holly McNamara, what's your best plans to maybe get as close as you can to that?
Good question. I don't want to give away too much, obviously, now. So, well, we've worked on a couple of things. So there was a couple of nights of thinking, especially once the news was delivered, the one that we all didn't want, more for Holly's sake. But as you said, we sort of, we have to move on. We have to prepare, and the season rolls on, and we're just hopeful that that's the end of it. That there's no more from any of the teams anywhere. That there's no more any of these long-term injuries, and then just from our standpoint, we've tried a couple of things. We're looking at what's best. So we'll try something against Sydney this weekend. A few personnel. We're a little bit thin in that winger position with Briley and Caitlin also out currently. So yeah, we've had to adapt this week a little bit, and but again, we've prepared as usual. So we're looking forward to a good game on Sunday.
In terms of Briley and Caitlin, how long are they out for? Just confirm, what injuries have they got again?
Caitlin's just from an operation she had before the season started, so she's just still getting a little bit of problems from that. It's still swelling up a little bit. Briley's occurred, I think it was a medial or a lateral that happened in training, so she's still probably a couple of weeks. Hopefully after the international break she'll be able to join back in properly. And so we're just waiting for everyone to come back. So probably a little bit thin at the minute, but hopefully no more injuries, and then we can get those two back in not too long.
What have you made of Sydney FC, Dario? They're obviously away in the Asian competition, and then they've come back and beaten Adelaide. They're looking a little bit different this season. Obviously, no Tobin. We know that Courtney Vines missed a bit of football as well. What have you made of them?
Look, I still think it's quite similar. So they haven't changed too much. Maybe just with personnel at the minute. They've also have a couple injuries. So I think it's just mostly personnel that's a little bit differently. So yeah, we've analysed those games away, and yeah, obviously looked at the game against Adelaide. So probably without them being in the league for the last few games, so we only really had those Champions League games to go off, and the Adelaide game. So, but we'll prepare. We focus largely on ourselves. We know sort of where their threats are from previous encounters, and knowing the players that are within the squad. So not too many different names. And look, we'll be ready. We want to put on a good performance again, and keep climbing up the table and keep putting pressure on that top spot.
Just quickly, Dario, you've got those absences on the wing. Do you have any other absences or injury concerns for the game, or any players coming back able to play greater roles?
No, not really. So Carly's still getting closer, so we're still building her up. So she's also another one that we're hopeful after the international break that she'll be able to then join in with the squad and contribute on match day. So we're very wary of her past, and we don't want to just throw her in and then put her in harm's way as well. So we're trying to be, even though with the injuries, we still don't want to now panic and just start putting other people potentially in harm's way. So we've got our protocols, and the biggest thing is to look after them. But yeah, in terms of that, everything else is largely the same, and we're just waiting on those few others to return back.
Dario, I know those opening few weeks, the frustration has probably more been you've been able to score goals, but leaking some as well. You leak chances against Sydney FC. Fiona Wirtz is in red hot form. She'll punish you. What do you have to get right to stop that Sydney FC attack getting on top of you?
Look, it is a little bit. We don't want to be conceding that, and we sort of it's sort of like a couple small errors, and that all leads to a big chance. So both times we were in possession against Newcastle, we left Emily alone, or we dived in on her, and then one long ball over the top. So I think it's easily fixed, but because we dominate possession for so long that we have to just be switched on a little bit better, because once the ball's in that final third, we had a great chance to score with fell to Danny for the second one, and then Emily picks it up, I think a nutmeg, and then a ball over the top, and then we're undone by that. So I think all in all, we just need to we've worked on that, we've looked at it, so we'll try fix that up, because as you said, it's not just Fiona, it's also the other two as well that can be very dangerous, and their midfielders as well also get forward. So we have to be careful, because if we keep giving away too many easy chances, then it won't be every week that we can score 3 or 4 to win the game.